We had a workshop a couple weeks back about cameras, and we had talked a while ago about cameras up there at Animal Services. So I don't know if that they can have cameras.
Why do we abuse our animals? Is what you're saying, or just
I don't know. There's so much discussion that maybe we need to have cameras up there just to see what's going on. I mean, there's cameras everywhere, all over this building. We don't know where they are.
Very expensive, as we know. So that's something that we probably
had talked about that, and also on our dashboard report, it has under the reserves for the cost for contingency slide references the $311,138. It leaves out the on-site vet, so we need to add that. I'll bring that up again.
Okay. We will continue this conversation, undoubtedly, and I believe there probably will be a report at some time regarding where we are with the Matrix report. As far as the on-site vet, I know there's things being worked on, and as far as looking at other expansion opportunities, I assume there'll be some discussion about that in the future. Is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Hunsaker? Okay. We don't have time right now to go into that. It's not on this agenda, but those things are definitely continuing conversations that will be coming up, because we know those are things that are being worked on to get the on-site vet and to look at possibilities in the future. So, Commissioner Whitmore, then we got to finish our agenda.
Yeah, just one last thing. I've been reporting for the last year about the status of what was going across next door, because at one point there were dogs and cats there. The city of Bradenton did not want dogs there because of all the restaurants and potential of liability. And then then the cats, and it's totally by volunteers 7 days a week. So, but I mean, and I agree. And I know Lauren asked for a report that actually we don't have the type of report they want. There's scattered data around, and I'm assured by our public records person that whatever's by law, and our lawyers are all, when somebody makes a public records request, if there's not a record of that, you don't generate a public record to make one. But they are getting you, and I talked to somebody as of yesterday, the deputy administrator, to get you all the things that you've asked, get it to you, whatever we have, we're going to give to you. So, and no, it's true. I talked to Karen Wyndham, and she's going to make sure that.
Well, that's interesting, because I'm the one that requested it.
Well, we can't talk, so you wouldn't know what well, Lauren keeps emailing me, and I forward it to Karen. So, or I think it's you, Smith. Yeah, Lauren Smith. You sent me 3 emails. We're not allowed to dialogue.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to dialogue. But
go ahead and talk after the meeting. We've got to wrap this meeting up by noon because folks are leaving. So if you want to wait, and Commissioner Whitmore, you can tell her what you've done.
Yeah, and I don't have any.
I tell Vanessa, because y'all don't know.
Yeah, we haven't. I think we both requested the same information that she requested it, and there isn't that.
So you got a different answer than I did? Is that
no? They've said they've responded to her a few times, but that's not what she's wanting, and they don't have a record to generate that. But they will give it to her again. What they have, they can't generate a public record to make a public record.
The Public Records Act does not require the county to generate new documents in order to satisfy a citizen's informational desires. If there is an existing record, we are obligated to provide it. If they want statistical analyses of existing records, we are not obligated to do so. Again, we are not obligated to create new documents in order to satisfy a citizen's informational desires. Existing documents, absolutely, they're entitled to them.
Then, Carol, are you talking about they're going to send them?
They're going to resend whatever, or they're going to send what they have. She's sent 3 different requests with many different things.
Yes.
Cost of Meowtown. You know, I'm assuming there's a public record for a time card if any employees go there. Property management, if they've spent any money. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking in my head, but I don't know. That's up to staff. I can't make somebody generate a public record if there isn't. But I'm assuming that's the kind of stuff she wanted. So I passed it on to Public Records and to Karen. You can talk to Karen. That's all I've done.
Yeah, and I've already done that. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with both of you trying to get it. That happens sometimes. That's why it's...
Because we can't talk.
It sound like a lecture, but that's why sometimes it's best to go through the Citizens Action Center, because then there's one point to make sure that the information is coming from the right staff person and it isn't being duplicated, so.
I did copy Mary Ann to do, I think I did. I
Okay.
copied her to do her CAC thing.
Okay, it's probably best to do that, so. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep going with our agenda.